Hi, I'm Diane Leclerc, and I am a professor of theology and church history here at Northwest Nazarene University. I've been here, this is my 27th year. And most recently, I am now the director of Northwest Nazarene Divinity School, which includes both master's degrees and doctoral degrees.
I'm Brent Peterson. I am currently the Dean of the College of Theology and Christian Ministries at NNU. I'm in total my 18th year, and I've been Dean for 9 years. So I oversee all of our programs, our non-degree course of study and our undergraduate degrees, both face-to-face and online. And I help give some leadership with Diane, also overseeing the graduate school known as Northwest Nazarene Divinity School.
We have had graduate programs, both master's program and an MDiv, for many, many years here at Northwest Nazarene. We believe that way back then, even, something needed to shift in terms of being able to offer graduate theological education without people needing to move to Nampa, Idaho. And so we had the vision to put all of our degrees online. And so through the years, we started with a master's, then we added several other masters, and then finally a master divinity degree. And we're very proud that we were the first divinity school, if you will, graduate school, to offer an online program that is now fully accredited by the Association of Theological Schools. So we were the first one that they ever accredited that was an online program.
And with that, one of the things she mentioned, we're really proud of our ATS accreditation. The other kind of groundbreaking thing is not only we were the first school to be fully online with ATS, we had one of the first or second programs in the country to offer a doctoral program in Spanish. And so part of that is a missional move for both our English learners, but also in Spanish, as a way to really empower the church and equip the church along the way. So within the grand spectrum of theological education, there are many great schools. For us, one of our uniquenesses are our ability to be online. So that allows folks to be able to not leave and stay where they're at and remain in ministry. Also, as a Wesleyan tradition, there are fewer seminaries from the Wesleyan tradition, emphasizing this role of pastoral ministry. And then our doctoral programs, again, we've been given a special exemption by ATS that we can have a doctoral program with a non-residential requirement. Now, we do actually invite students to come to campus in our doctoral program twice at the beginning and end of their coursework. But again, it allows for maximum flexibility. It allows also for great relationships built, whether it's an asynchronous or a synchronous environment, and allows for them to pursue their studies where they are at the highest level, again, all in service to the church, from, again, our broad Wesleyan background.
And I'd like to emphasize that anywhere means really anywhere.
Anywhere.
So now, through the years that I've taught, we've had students from Germany, we've had students from Australia, students from Vanuatu, wherever that is in the South Pacific. And now with our THD in Spanish, we have presently a cohort that has students from Mexico and Brazil and Argentina and different Latin America countries. So the ability not having to be residential really has opened up our programs to be available to almost anyone.
So one of the things we recognize is how we're going to pay for this education. In many fields, we're aware that often companies or businesses will pay for their employees, and often at the end of a master's degree, they'll get a bump in pay. In the ministry and in churches, that is not always the case, and often many of our students are here for the sake of their calling and to equip themselves and to be better pastors. So we have our MAs and MDivs very competitively priced. There are some scholarships available to students, and we work hard. Obviously, some students can take out loans. We work hard in our pricing. We have unique scholarships based on your denomination and your involvement in the church. And so we work hard to make sure finances are not an obstacle for you. There is a cost involved. We want to do everything we can to make sure it's affordable for what you're doing at the MA and MDiv level.
When it comes to our doctoral degree, we started this degree first and foremost to be missional, meaning there's great need, particularly in the Latin American world, for professors who can teach either master's or undergrad degrees themselves. And so we started our Spanish doctoral program first because we wanted to be missional. And if you want to be missional, particularly to people in that particular context, price really matters. And so you can get a doctoral degree here if you are in the Spanish program with a great discount. And then in the English program, we have priced it very, very competitively. You can get our doctoral program for about $35,000 total.
In English?
In English, yes, and less in Spanish. So we are very competitively priced. And ever since I've been here at Northwest Nazarene, I've stayed primarily because both in undergrad and in our graduate programs, we really are training pastors, training ministers to go out and make a difference in the world. Whereas maybe a different university, if you come and get a religion degree, it could be a degree in world religions or something more generic. We really, all the way from undergrad to graduate, are extremely interested in the ministry side and training pastors for the complexities of the church today.
One of the things we recognize in our current culture is what is the value of theological education? One of the things that we have said, and Diane mentioned it earlier, at NNU we are committed of bringing together the church and the university. The education here is not just simply for an ivory tower theory, but we want to engage with the real life ministry of real life people who are living in the world with joys and heartaches. So theological education wants to ask really big questions about how can we better be human individually in our churches? What is the role for the church in the world? And asking these big questions takes some time to think and consider. So this is not just simply about a degree on a wall or cognitive head knowledge to gather for a Jeopardy game. It is about the formation. As you are being formed and transformed in this knowledge and the history and the thoughtfulness as a leader to then guide and better shepherd your people in the world. And we think it's a vital thing for our world today to have folks who are being transformed to then impact their local communities and neighborhoods for the sake of the gospel.
Let me just say that I'm really proud of our program and I'm really proud of our faculty. One thing that we are told over and over again is that our faculty truly care about our students at whatever level, but particularly graduate theological education. We become mentors, they become friends, and we're extremely supportive of these ministers out there in the trenches doing ministry in the particular context that we're in today. We would love to answer any questions that you might have, and so we are very accessible. We'd love you to call us and talk about, or maybe even help you discern whether this is the next step in your life.
One thing too I would say is sometimes our students, whether it's a master's level or a doctoral level, feel like, am I good enough? Can I make this happen? Is my life too busy? And one of the things that we have found is while our pastors already have full lives, this becomes an important commitment you would make, but it's possible. We want to make it available to you in ways that there's work involved, but you can do it. And we have professors who are here to empower you, equip you, and to help you lean into those spaces you feel inadequate. We work very hard to help students feel like they're able to gain this education in ways they feel empowered and nurtured. So if you're thinking about it, let us know. We'll talk to you. We'd love to explore that conversation about really inviting you into a deeper formation for your life and for your ministry.